What up, what up? It's Ace G. Back near the top, back near the video. So the title of this video is gonna be, do you have what it takes to be a YouTuber? So admin notes, thanks again to our subscribers to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out, give you leverage, better yourselves. So it is November, hold on y'all, November the 8th, 2024. And I got a short sleeve shirt on, y'all, in November, in DC. What kind of weather is this? I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I should be having a coat on, but it's actually pretty warm out here. I almost broke a sweat coming out here to the park. Thank goodness I didn't. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the topic. I have received so much love from my channel. A couple of videos I've put up within the last week, literally the last 7 days, that have got thousands of views, hundreds of comments. So I appreciate every last one of you guys. I really appreciate it. It's starting to get real. It really is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is what this is what God ordained. Because I'm a person of spiritual guidance and leadership. I definitely let the Lord lead me, and this is definitely it's definitely a blessing. This is definitely what God wanted me to do. I totally believe that. So let's get into the topic. So do you have what it takes to be a YouTuber? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go over my particular journey through YouTube from beginning to end, and then I'm gonna let you make your own assessment as far as if you have what it takes to be a YouTuber. Now, I don't want you to compare yourself to me, because everybody's journey is gonna be different. Because I'm not gonna give actual like specific points as far as like why you should become a YouTuber, or why, or do you have what it takes to be a YouTuber? Because everybody's blueprint is gonna be different. There's courses out there, I'm pretty sure, that you can go attend and pay for. It's gonna give you step-by-step instructions for us, like how to become one. But do you really supposed to be one? That's the question, right? So one of the first things that I would suggest you do is to ask God, is this what He wants you to do? I mean, like, real talk, like, after this video, I would suggest you go to a secret place. Sit down somewhere, or get on your knees, and ask God, what would you have me to do? If you don't have a relationship with God, get a relationship with God, right? Because if you let Him guide your footpaths through life and through YouTube, you're gonna come out a whole lot better than you trying to do it on your own. I promise you that. There are plenty of people that's on YouTube right now that barely have 1,000 subscribers, been up here for over a decade. They're not even monetized yet. But because this is what God wants them to do, they're still doing it. Because there's still utility in what they're doing on YouTube. And they understand that it's not about the money. It's about what information and what utility I'm providing to people, right? They have followings. So they stay on YouTube because those folks need them. There are YouTubers out here that have literally saved lives because somebody watched their video and it related to them, and they were able to get their life together based off of that video. They decided not to off themselves based off of that video. So that's one of the first things that I would suggest you do if you want to become a YouTuber. What would God have you to do? What does God want you to do? And then from that point, you take it from there. So my journey through YouTube. So I had said this in a previous video, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it one more time, maybe a little bit more in depth. But I'm not going to belabor the topic. I'm going to be real quick. So I was on Facebook at one point for years, and I was doing videos on Facebook. I want to say from 2016 to 2021, I believe. No, 22. Initially, I was doing videos up there because I had got injured in the Army, and I couldn't run anymore for months. So once I actually got back to running after the injury, I started to record myself and actually go live. And basically, it was encouragement to me. Like, I was actually talking to folks on live and actually doing videos, you know, talking about my journey through, like, trying to get through this injury I had. And then after I retired in 2018, I still kept posting videos. It was more lifestyle video. I would just, after I would run, or after I would jog or do some type of workout, I would get on YouTube, on Facebook, and just start talking, right, about life, and just bring up certain topics. And then after a while, I just felt something in me that just told me that I needed to transition over to YouTube, because YouTube has more reach, in my opinion, than Facebook does. And that's what I did. And I started my YouTube page. It seemed like I started it earlier. Maybe I did the video first and I didn't upload it until later. But on my page, it says I've been up on YouTube on this particular channel since September 2022. Now, I've been actually viewing YouTube since 2010. But I created a separate channel I created a separate email to create this channel, right, back in September 2022. And it's the first time I got on YouTube, currently this time, right, I wanted to build legacy for myself, and I wanted to build legacy for my family. So I was literally doing videos in a mind state that later on in life, my kids could watch these videos, or my grandkids, my great-grandkids, right? Trying to bring utility to their lives. But I named the channel Finance, Fitness, and Folk, because I wanted to have those three niches, because I thought those three niches would actually help my family out as it pertains to them watching the video and them actually seeking answers, and I would be able to answer those questions from the grave whenever I pass, right? So it wasn't about likes, it wasn't about views, anything like that initially. I even made a video where I actually titled the video, what would God want you to do? And actually, that video at the time had gave me the most views. I think I wound up getting about 250 views on that video. Before that, I had not had no more than 5 views on any video. So, and I want to say I made that video within the first 6 months of me being on YouTube. So then I fell off a little bit. I didn't post for a little while, and then I started uploading again later on that year of last year. And eventually I started to post every day. Sometimes I would post videos twice a day. And then I started getting traction late last year. And I want to say by January of this year, that's when I got my first 1,000 subscribers. And what's crazy is that I had got stuck at, I want to say, at 400 subscribers for like 2 months. And then I went to Jamaica back in summer of last year. And it was for my sister-in-law's wedding. And I did a reel when I was out there. The reel wound up getting, I think, like 1,000 views, I believe. And then when I came back from Jamaica, I started to make more reels. And it seemed like every time I did a reel, I would get at least 25 subscribers from those reels. Now, if you view certain videos when it comes to folks telling you guys how to become a YouTuber and how to grow your channel, they'll say that actually doing reels actually will hurt your long content channel. There's some validity to that, because there are folks demographically will only watch reels versus long content. But for me, this is my anecdotal experience. For me, doing reels helped me grow my channel initially. Now, after a while, I stopped doing reels. After that first 1,000, I stopped doing reels, and I would do a reel maybe, I don't know, maybe like a month, once a month. But before then, I was doing a reel almost every week, and I was seeing growth based off of that. The folks who watch the reel, and then from that point, they would go to my long content. They would watch some of that stuff, and then they would subscribe. So, as time went on, I wound up getting 2,000 subscribers. I want to say, when did I get 2,000? It's November. I think I hit 2,000 back in August, I believe. So, roughly almost a little bit over 6 months after I got 1,000, I went to 2,000. And I changed my channel. I changed it from Finance, Fitness, and Folk to Ace to OG, because my channel grew into a lifestyle channel versus me doing those 3 niches. Now, doing those 3 niches was not easy. I was not really all over the place, but actually, I would randomly pick, okay, I'm gonna talk about finance today, I'm gonna talk about fitness today, and so forth. And I was still getting views, I was still getting followers. But for whatever reason, I didn't start getting a lot of growth inside, starting getting into the lifestyle, as far as like talking about hot topics and talking about things that really pertain to people's lives. answering questions for folks that people had questions about, right? And I'm not saying those 3 niches that I had before didn't answer questions, but like I said before, and I'm gonna say it numerous times here, YouTube is a search engine. So there's a lot of current events and current things that are going on right now that I was answering questions to and I was talking about. And folks is watching, folks are listening. Case in point, why I have one video right now that has a little bit over 10,000 views, right? So, in my opinion, and how I went about being a YouTuber, I know for a fact that this is what God wants me to do. Like, I don't see myself doing not necessarily doing anything else, but I don't see myself not doing content, if that makes any sense. I don't see myself not being a content creator. Like, I wake up thinking about creating content. My homegirl Mo, shout out to her. She said that in one of her videos. She said that she wakes up thinking about making YouTube videos and making content. So if you have a burning in your soul and in your body as far as like you really want to go out there and actually put yourself out there and make content, then this might be the thing for you. But if you're a person that that wants to be a YouTuber because it's a hot thing to do right now, you might be in for disappointment. Like, seriously. First of all, and I don't know the analytics and the statistics of this thing, but first of all, I gotta understand this. Barely 1% of YouTube viewers are content creators, right? So if you become a content creator, you are in the 1%, right? So the market is not flooded when it comes to that. However, if you decide not to niche down and you decide to create content that is relevant to just you and not to anybody else, then you may not get the growth that you may want. But some folks don't want to do growth. Some folks just want to be on YouTube because they want to put out content. That's totally fine. But I think there's a lot of folks that will get into the YouTube space and they immediately want to see growth. They immediately want to see followers. They immediately want to get likes. And YouTube doesn't work like that. And if you're a person that gives up easily, you're going to quit YouTube very quickly. This is not the short game, y'all. This is the long game. So, like I said, I'm not going to use this video to break down certain ways as far as why you should be a YouTuber or the reason why you're called to be a YouTuber. I'm putting this out here because I want you to ask this question for yourself. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from not being a YouTuber. I'm not saying that. I'm not making this video for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming up here to tell you that you should not be a YouTuber. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that you have some folks that may come up here on YouTube to try to be a YouTuber and they're wasting their time because it's not what God wants them to do. Bottom line. So, like I said, that's one of the things that I would suggest you to do is ask God what He wants you to do, and then from that point, make a game plan. You got some folks that just have to come up here and just turn on their camera and just start recording. I've said that to some of the folks that was in my comments in that one video. They said that they want to start YouTube. Well, what are you waiting for? Just pick up your camera and start recording, right? Because there's no time like the present. So anyways, I hope this brought utility to you guys. I'm really appreciative of you guys rocking with me. This is a really fun ride right now. It really is. And there is such thing as a YouTube high. So I am on a YouTube high right now. I really am. However, things don't last forever, y'all. That's another thing about being YouTube or being on YouTube. You're gonna have highs and you have lows. And I'm telling you, the majority of folks on YouTube have more lows than highs. So I understand that eventually this is gonna die down a little bit. I totally understand that, and that's fine. Because I'm still gonna keep putting content out here because this is what God wants me to do. All right? So you want me to discuss the topic or subject thing beneficial to the channel, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. I love you guys. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.